What's up, everybody's Carl, aka Carl Drum Tech, and today I'm going to send a letter to myself. Cue the music. So I'm going to try a new thing where I'm going to feature one of you guys, one of my subscribers on my channel, give you a shout out, and the first person I'm going to shout out today and say is the subscriber of the week is Ethan Narber. Ethan, congratulations. Thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate you, being on this channel. And if you want to be featured as the subscriber of the week, leave a comment down below and I'm going to choose one of those comments to feature on the next video. You'll be the subscriber of the week. Only one person, okay? So leave a comment down below. I'm going to select one of you guys, and of course you have to be subscribed to be considered. So make sure you subscribe and leave a comment down below if you want to be subscriber of the week next time. Alright, if you guys are finding me for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, red button down below that says subscribe. That way you are notified anytime I put out a new video in regards to marching arts, marching bands, drum lines, indoor percussion, drum corps, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single upload. And also make sure that notification bell is ringing as well. That way for sure you'll be notified anytime I put out a new video. So subscribe, make sure that notification bell is ringing, and let's get to the video. Okay, so I often get inquiries about how to teach for the first time. We often have people who have done the marching arts for a couple years and then they go into teaching, and they'll often ask me, what would you do, right? It's like, as far as if you were teaching for the first time, especially since, obviously I've had that experience before. And speaking of the fact that I've had that experience before, one person in particular asked, what would you tell your younger self, your younger instructor self, how to go about managing a drum line for the first time? And I thought, that's an interesting topic. So I'm going to go ahead and, basically, pour my heart out to myself, like my younger self, my younger drum instructor self. Yeah, this guy right here. How to do things and how not to do things. And I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So I'm going to be talking in terms of just as if I'm talking to myself. So check this out, take this with a grain of salt, and if you are in this position where you are teaching for the first time, hopefully this video will speak to you. Okay, so before we start, let's, since this is going to be a conversation, I think it'll be good to set the mood and put some music on. Here we go. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so, hey Carl, what's up? It's me, Carl, your future self. I'm talking to you somehow through some means, and you're about to go into your first teaching gig for the first time. You basically ran into this position in terms of just you wanted to help one day, and you were not thinking about doing this for money at all, but somehow you ended up getting paid for it, and it's cool. This is exciting, it's fun. You wanted to pass down everything that you experienced, all the good things you experienced in drumline, and wanted to share it with other people. I think that's a noble thing to do, and I think it's amazing. And so you're going into this thing, giving these young students an experience, hopefully that was similar to what you had. So just right off the top of my head, because I said that, because that's what you want to do, you want to give these students a similar kind of experience that you had in drumline. Just try not to, what I would do is don't expect it to be exactly the same. Don't try to make it exactly the same. Yes, you won a lot of awards in your youth. Yes, your drumline was really good, back in the day, but try not to have that same kind of expectation. Yes, it's good to have goals. Yes, it's good to, shoot for a barometer that's already been set. However, I think every makeup of every group is different. So you kind of just have to help find their way, right? They're going to do things in their own way. This drumline is not the same. It's not the same drumline that you were in, and obviously the instructor is different, right? You're the instructor, you had a different instructor. Personalities are totally different. It's not going to be the same thing. So try not to compare this group to the group that you were in, and get what will happen is you might get disappointed if they don't stack up to that same level. Does that make sense, right? So it's don't worry about that. Like I said, good to have goals, good to have barometers, but make sure you set their own barometers. That's just for them, and judge their success not on the past, but on their past, this group's past. Does that make sense, right? So that's one of the first tips I would give right off the bat, which is, yeah, just don't compare this group to the groups that you were in. And I guess the other thing I would say is just, I know you want them to be good, and try to avoid being too serious or just too strict on everything. I think I understand you want to have a tight grip on everything. You want to control everything. You want to this is all you, right? So you want to make sure you have absolute control of everything. But keep in mind that you don't have control over everything. There's some extra circumstances that that are beyond your control. So control what you can control, but at the same time, don't have too tight of a grip. Be loose at times when necessary, and my gosh, don't punish those kids for ticking or making mistakes, making them afraid to make mistakes. Don't do that. You gotta find, and also, yes, do not only point out the bad stuff they do, and never point out anything good that they do. Yes, students aren't dancing monkeys that work for praise. However, I have found that, in my experience, it's always good to give students some positive re-encouragement, just because they need to know they're on the right track, right? So if you're always on them about every single little mistake, and you never give them credit for anything good that they do, how do they know they're doing the right thing? if all they hear is negative stuff, all they hear is the mistakes they're making, they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I'm where am I? I guess I suck. I guess I'm not, I'm not getting anywhere close to where I need to be. They might even feel like wanting to give up, or just maybe they'll get frustrated with you. You don't want those situations, okay? So take the time to find out, yes, critique, let them know what they're doing wrong, don't let them get away with stuff, but at the same time, you have to work hard to find out the good things that they do. Even if it's something small, they, one rep was cleaner than the other. Maybe they missed the 6 out the last time, but then they get it this time. Cool, great. That's progress, right? Maybe, this one kid stops braking, after braking for the last 5 reps in a row. You gotta congratulate them on that. That's gonna make them want to have that endorphin spike, ooh, I got a compliment, oh, I want more of that. That feels, that compliment feels good in my brain. All that serotonin is hitting my brain, right? Maybe you don't know how all that stuff works, but yeah, there's a chemical that releases in your brain anytime you get a happy thought. Yeah, you want to give them that drug so they can get addicted to it, so they'll want more, so they'll want to keep achieving, they'll want to keep doing good, they'll want to, basically make the next step up, right? So find positives in everything that they do. And lastly, I think one of the most important things I could say, and I think this pretty much says it all, which is make sure your intentions are clear, okay? I remember back in my day, okay, where I might say that, oh, judging isn't important. Oh, competition isn't important. Oh, whatever place you get isn't important. Even though deep down inside it was very important to me. And, I think that incongruence of, telling the students one thing, yeah, I don't care, that stuff doesn't matter, what placement you get doesn't matter, and then how I felt inside was not the same. So it's weird when I say that, and then if I would get upset that they didn't get a certain placement, or the judges said a certain thing that they were doing bad, or just not hitting some kind of standard that you set for them, that can be very confusing for students, okay? So you have to be very clear about your intention. If your intention is, yeah, competition, everything is all about winning, even though I don't agree with that, I think that, make your intentions very clear. Or, yes, it's not very important. The really important thing is that we improve every single day, right? Doesn't matter what everybody else does. Doesn't matter what place we get. Let's just be better than we were yesterday. Be very congruent with that, right? Make sure that is exactly what you feel, and then have that show off in your words and in your actions, okay? That will be very clear to your students. They'll respect you more. They'll listen to you more, because, just congruence helps people to trust other people, right? Your thoughts your words and your actions are aligned. Okay, so make sure they're aligned. And I did say that was the last thing, and that is very important. But I think, you know, what's even more important than that, okay, is basically you got to do things for the right reasons. And you can't do this thing, this teaching thing, for yourself. Okay, teaching, to me, based on everything that I've learned in all my experiences, teaching is an act of giving. Okay, teaching is about learning, about empathy. Teaching is about, you know, helping others. It's not about you. Okay, like, it's very easy to get caught up in that. Like, whatever success they get, that's all me, woo! You know, you might give the kids credit, but, you know, yeah, my name is on the thing as the instructor, right? And if they do bad, oh man, that's all me still. Like, you know, my name is on the thing. Like, you know, that makes it very embarrassing if they don't achieve a certain whatever, right? It's not about you, okay? It's about the students. It's got to be about, you know, try to remember why you want to do this. And for you, younger Carl, the thing that you wanted to do since the very beginning was, I want to give these students the same experience I had, right? And the experience that you had was a good one. It was fun. That's the underlying thing, not the winning, not the, you know, being good and stuff like that. It's about, it was fun. It was a family atmosphere. You had a good time. I still remember all these great memories till this day, and I will cherish them till the day I die. That is more important than anything, right? The life lessons that were learned, the relationships that were created, the family atmosphere that we enjoyed. That's the most important thing, all right? And it's not about, you know, it's not about you. It's not about your ego. It's not about your name, you know, like in lights because you're the instructor. It's about the students. You got to think like it's for them, all right? And it's not about you. Remember that, okay? Yes, it's fine to enjoy the accolades once in a while. It's fine to enjoy some credit that comes your way because, you know, like if they succeed, that means you're a good instructor, right? Don't take that to heart too much, because you don't want to take it to heart too much if they don't succeed, and then, you know, again, everything falls on you and you're like, oh my gosh, it's such a reflection on me, like I suck, blah blah. Don't take too much weight into that either. I mean, yes, you know, of course, like, you know, there is a reflection, but, you know, don't internalize that. You just got to think, okay, well, you know, if we're not doing well, what can I do better, right? What can I do to help this group? Take some ownership of it, yes, but don't let it get you down, right? And then if you do win, yes, take some credit, you know, like, you know, yes, my teaching was good, and, you know, like, I have a proven method and stuff like that. But, you know, again, like, you know, there's other people who could be doing better, for example, right? So, you know, you can't take that too seriously as well, all right? So always be even-keeled, and remember, it's about the students. It's not about you. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. Thanks, Carl. Good luck on your journey, and yeah, go get them. So that's my letter to myself. Hopefully, if you are a new instructor or if you're going to instructing, hopefully this spoke to you. Like, you know, even though I was speaking to myself, hopefully that this conversation, you were able to take it to heart as if I was speaking to you as the new instructor, right? Because I think this absolutely applies if you are in that situation. Maybe, you know, you've been teaching a couple of years. Maybe you fall into the same pitfalls that I've fallen into based on, you know, the conversation we just had. Try to see what you can do better, right? And it's not just about taking my words and, like, you know, doing everything I said, you know, as far as like what's good and what's bad. You know, try to find your own way, try to find your own truth, try to see what will work based on what I said and what doesn't work, and then, you know, create your own path, okay? But yeah, hopefully overall it was helpful and at least entertaining. And yeah, so if you guys like this video, please do me a huge favor, hit that like button down below. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below as well. If you have not subscribed yet, after I told you to subscribe, you get these awesome videos like me talking to myself. Make sure you subscribe as well, okay? And if you feel like this video could help somebody else out, make sure you share this video with them, share it on all your social media platforms. I would really appreciate that, okay? So, cool. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. You should totally watch more of my videos by clicking over here and subscribing over here. Peace. Catch you guys on the next video.